Today, I want to talk about worth and value and how those two concepts can impact your whole entire life, everything that happens in your life from a wealth standpoint, a health standpoint, relationships, the whole gamut, all of it. How wealth or how worth and value can impact all of that. I'm Angela W. Stillwell. I'm the founder and CEO of Untapped Strengths, and I work with individuals just like you to transform you into a top 1% leader. And I work with teams to transform them into powerhouses. So, back to the topic of today, how value and worth impacts everything in your life, literally everything. I want to take you back to I had this was in 2013. I had just gone through a divorce and I was trying to figure out exactly what I was going to be doing next. I was doing some freelancing and doing some contract work and some things like that. And and I found over the next few years that I would make progress and then I'd bump up against the ceiling and I'd fall back. And I was doing a lot of personal development. I was spending a lot of money on courses and books and coaches and mentors. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on these things. And I was, I was feeling, I was feeling very frustrated and angry and I couldn't figure out exactly what it was that was keeping me from being able to achieve the things that I had wanted to achieve. I mean, yeah, I'd been successful in the past, but I knew in my gut and in my heart that there was something much bigger that was meant for me. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt like this can't be it? This can't be all that there is to life? Have you ever felt like I don't know what I'm doing wrong? Have you ever felt like I can't get it right? Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt any of those things? Because those were the things that I was feeling every day. I'd have these moments of pure pleasure and and feeling excited and celebratory, and then for some reason, I would find myself in the same kind of relationship, or I'd find myself no longer, making calls to put myself in front of, prospective clients. And I'd find myself going, okay, well, where's the money going to come from? And over and over and over again. And then I'd get frustrated with myself and start blaming myself. And what happened was I was in a group of all of the things, remember I said I invested in a lot of courses and a lot of coaching and a lot of all sorts of things, right? And one of the courses that I was in, completely unrelated to the solution that I found, I saw someone talking inside of the community that I was in, about how our brains keep us safe. They're not designed for us to thrive. And I was like, ooh, that kind of is in alignment with some of the stuff that I've been reading. I need to dig into this. And as I dug deeper into it, I realized that I had spent the vast majority of my life not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough, not feeling the kind of love that I knew that I deserved, or I consciously knew I deserved, but gosh, there was something going on subconsciously that just was keeping me from going after it. And once I once I really dug into that, now listen to me. Once I really dug into that, here's what happened. My health got better, my relationships got better, my business got better. Doors opened that had never been opened before. There were all sorts of connections that happened in my life that I couldn't explain, other than the fact that I had discovered this thing about our brains and I had done the work on my own subconscious thoughts. And so I thought, okay, I get to work with my clients on this. I get to share this with the world because this is something that is impacting every single person. All right. Do you feel me? This is something that impacts every single person. And let me tell you, once you get past that, once you find a community of people that can surround you and lift you up and be going through the same process that you're going through, once you do that, the feelings that I felt in that moment, I was so excited. I'm still excited because I continue to build my community. I continue to expand my community so that I have the support when times get tough. Because let me tell you something, even though you figure out what your brain is meant for, and maybe you figure out that you too grew up not feeling worthy, or maybe you too grew up feeling like you weren't valued. Listen, this was something that had been instilled from the time I was a little child. And it's because of my childhood and because of things that were happening in my family. We moved over 60 times. I went to 13 different schools between kindergarten and my senior year of high school. I didn't fit in anywhere. And I always heard the whispers of people talking about and judging what was happening with my family. And sometimes it was even other family members, right? And as a kid, I absorbed all of that. And I realized once I found my people and once I did the work, let me tell you something. Those things that had been driving all of my decisions and actions and results, they weren't true. So I started peeling them out one by one and building, like I said, the community around me. And I'm really hitting on this because it's this aspect of community that allows you to grow into the leader that you are meant to be, because personal leadership is the difference maker for you. Yes, the community allows you to build your personal leadership. So you get to have that community, right? You get to build that community, or you get to find a community that is already built that you get to join. Okay. So that you can make those shifts in everything in your life as well. You guys, I am so passionate about this. It has been such a difference maker for me. And I want it to be that big of a difference maker for you. And that's why I have created the leaderboard. The leaderboard is a community of like minded people. We're going to focus on different areas of our lives. We're going to peel back some layers. It's a place where we get to really step in together into our personal leadership. We get to learn the power skills that make the difference in our personal leadership, all in a community that is supportive and of like minds. And let me tell you something. So my coaching clients pay thousands and tens of thousands of dollars to work with me. In fact, last week I talked about the fact that my one-on-one for a year is 30,000 plus, depending on what gets put into that package. That's the other thing. I work with clients and I make sure that we have the package that is specific to them. My group coaching clients, they pay 15,000 for the basic group coaching program. A VIP day starts at 7,500. Again, based on what is needed for your VIP day. So this program, the leaderboard, is a community that for a very small fraction, a very, very small fraction. I mean, I'm talking 10%, 1%. Yeah, way less than 1% a month of the VIP day. You get to be a part of this community. So I want you to put in the comments that you're looking for that community. You're in. You want more information on it. You know exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about not feeling worthy. Look, the world is so judgmental. It is insane. And it is at an all-time high. If you've watched any of my lives over the weeks and months and I guess years now, I've been talking about how trust goes down. It has gone down a crazy amount. There's a book. Oh, what is the book? Bowling for Columbine, is that it? I think that's it. Where the guy talks about how trust has been reduced by such a huge percentage. We don't trust our neighbors. We don't trust the government. We don't trust people we don't know. We don't trust. We don't trust other countries. We don't trust anything except very few people. What if you had a community of people that you could trust? What if you had a place where you could go and be with people who have high aspirations? Because let me tell you something, the vast majority of the world out there is okay with mediocrity. And if you follow me and you're watching this, you're listening in, mediocrity is not okay. Even when I kept pulling myself back to mediocrity before I came up with this, it still wasn't okay. I beat myself up over and over and over again because I'm like, what the heck are you doing? And you're falling back into mediocrity. You are not a mediocre person. Maybe you've had that same conversation with yourself. Maybe you know that mediocrity is not okay for you. Just doing the average Joe thing is not okay with you. And if your name is Joe, it's not anything personal. Average isn't okay for you. Mediocrity is not okay for you. What if you had a place where you could get out of that? And let me tell you something. You guys have heard over and over and over, I'm sure, that, the people that we surround ourselves with are the people that impact us the most. And the vast majority of the time, the people that we surround ourselves with day in and day out are not people who are going to understand that mediocrity is not okay, because the average person out there is okay with it. They're okay with, taking home the paycheck. They're okay with not having the relationship of their dreams, just being okay wherever they are. They're okay hiding from whatever needs to be resolved in life. They're okay with, here's a random thing that just popped in my head, acid reflux. Guess what? That's not normal. That's not normal. You're someone who wants to find the solution, because our bodies are designed to heal. We are meant to be in solid relationships. We are meant to be loved. We were designed, we were created to excel. We were created to create. And the vast majority of the people in the world are not doing any of those things. So if you're ready to be a part of a community that is all about that, all about knowing your worth, knowing your values, living by your core values, stepping into your worth, being all that you are meant to be, not to take a phrase from a TV commercial that used to run all the time. But if you're ready for that, then yeah, comment below. Let me know. Because our brains are going to keep us safe as long as we allow them to keep us safe. That's what they were designed to do, to keep us safe day in, day out. Keep us safe, reproduce, make more people. And if you're not happy with the results that you're getting right now, it's because of what you've done up to this point. Look, I have looked at that in the face over and over and over. Listen to me. Are you listening? I know you. I feel you. I get you. I've been right there. And listen, I still find myself there from time to time. I do. I still find myself there from time to time. It's not a comfortable place to be. It keeps us up at night. It causes some of that acid reflux. It causes headaches. It causes all sorts of things. It causes our cortisol to rise, which can impact your adrenals, which can impact your insulin resistance, which can impact weight gain, which can impact your hormones, which can impact your relationships, which can impact your ability to do your job, which can impact your ability to make money, which can impact your ability to do the things that you were meant to do in life. Y'all, it's all interconnected. It's all interconnected. Do you remember the song as kids? The head bone's connected to the neck bone's connected to the shoulder bone's connected to the backbone's connected to the hip bone, blah, 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 all the way down to the feet, right? It's all interconnected. It's all interconnected. That's because it's all interconnected. Do you hear me? It's all interconnected. All of it. So send me a DM, put it in the comments. Let me know if you get what I'm saying. Do you feel this? You guys, I'm so passionate about this. I don't want people to not have a place that they can go to be able to level up their personal leadership, to be able to level up their power skills, to be able to commune with like-minded high achievers and high performers, and people who want to really live into that gut feeling that they know that they were meant for more. So if you're ready, just put in the comments ready or send me a DM and let me know that you want to know more about the leaderboard. I can't wait to hear from you. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you next week.